Hi there, students. To ascribe. To ascribe something to somebody or to something. Okay, to ascribe, the first meaning is to decide that something is the reason or the cause of something. I ascribe his good mood to the good exam results that he had recently. Okay, so to ascribe, to give a reason to something. If you like, to put it down to chalk it up to chalk it down to. Notice those phrasal verbs are all informal ways of saying to ascribe. Ascribe is a formal word. I ascribe his success to his extroverted character. So the reason for his success, in my opinion, is that he is extroverted. The psychoanalyst ascribed his emotional problems to a difficult upbringing. Notice ascribe to. Here the to is a preposition. He ascribed his fever to having been out in the cold for a long time. Notice to having, to followed by ing because it's a preposition. Okay, we can also use ascribe to mean to attribute something to somebody, to decide that it was written by them or it comes from a particular period of time. So the archaeologists found a stone with an inscription on it, and they ascribed the inscription to Herodotus, okay, ancient author. Okay, they decided that the text or the quotation or the words in it originally came from Herodotus. Okay, so to ascribe, to say that something is written by somebody, is a work of art is made by somebody. You have a picture that is not signed. They ascribed this picture to Goya. Yeah? When you ascribe something to somebody, it's saying you have reasonable evidence to show that they did it. But you're not saying 100% sure. You don't have absolute and concrete evidence. Then you would just say it is by Goya. Okay? But if the experts ascribed this to Goya, they said the technique looks like his. Yeah? And there is reasonable evidence to say this. So you could ascribe a text, a work of art, or a quotation to a specific person, to a period of time, to a specific culture, when you think it belongs to them, but you're not exactly certain. So let's go back. The main meaning of ascribe is to decide that something is the reason or the cause for something else, to put something down to something else. The weatherman ascribed the cold weather we've been having to a low in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Okay, he said that this was the reason, this was the causing factor, and he assigned this reason to it. We can also use to ascribe, meaning to believe or regard something as a quality of something else. So, for example, dishonesty is commonly ascribed to politicians. People regard dishonesty as a quality of politicians. People often ascribe human qualities to their pets. They anthropomorphize them. So they are ascribing human characteristics. Okay? So to ascribe. One, to decide that this is the reason. Yeah? He ascribed his difficulties to the bad financial climate. The company ascribed the decrease in profits to increasing inflation. You could ascribe a document or a text to an author. So the statue was ascribed to Michelangelo. You reasonably believe he made it, but you're not 100% sure. And then you can ascribe a quality to someone, to believe that this is a quality that belongs to that group. So, for example, bosses are ascribed the qualities of being good leaders. People regard this as a quality of being a boss. Okay, so to ascribe something to somebody, or to ascribe something to something. Something to somebody, I think he did this, or I think he was the reason that this happened. And to ascribe something to something, this is the reason why it happened, or I think that it comes from this period, from this group. Let's look at the origin of this. Okay, this comes from Latin. Ascribe, ad scribere. Ad scribere, ad to, and scribere, to write. So to write it down to put it down to chalk it up to. Notice again, ascribe is a regular verb and it's a pretty formal phrase. I'm not really sure I would use it in the pub, but with your written documents, I strongly suggest you use it. Okay? So, I hope you're able to ascribe your improvement in English to watching, notice, to watching my videos on a regular basis. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating. I'd like you to subscribe. This verb was ascribe. I would like you to subscribe to my channel, write your name, join the group, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. To ascribe.